Hello guys. Myself Neil Datta and today I am bringing dark and robbery case, which shook the world completely. So not wasting much of your time, let's start our video. January 13, 2006, Buenos Aires, Argentina. It was 12:38 p.m. Phone of local police rang. Ring. Hello, said the police officer. Banco Rio Bank is being robbed. Come fast, a lady said in a low voice. Police got on the vehicle and traveled to the bank. The bank was located in the capital of Argentina. It was located in a rich surrounding. People living there were rich and Banco Rio was the main bank there. The police arrived and reported that there were 4 thieves and 23 hostages. Police covered every way to get in or out of the bank with heavy security. There were only 2 possible ways to exit. Police start trying to negotiate with robbers and it looked like it was working. While negotiating with the police, one of the robbers named himself Walter. He was negotiating with the police to release the hostages. At first, they released the bank security guard without any weapon, then a young man, and then a young woman. Things were going smooth. Walter the robber who was negotiating with police seemed to be in a happy mood, and other robbers too were showing a kind behavior towards hostages. Even they sang, "Happy Birthday," for one of the employees after finding it's his birthday. After some time again Walter called the police that the hostages are hungry and they need pizza. For 3 hours they had communicated with police but suddenly the robbers went silent. Something was odd. Police now started planning to get inside the bank and then police broke into the bank and saw something that wasn't expected. Hostages were kept on 3 separate floors, completely safe. Police started searching for robbers but the robbers were gone. No windows were broken and all possible exits were guarded by police. No one could come out of the bank without being noticed by the police but it looked like the robbers have been disappeared. Over hundreds of officers were present at the scene but still, the robbers managed to escape. The police started searching. They went into the basement. Out of 400 safe deposit boxes, 143 were forced open. At that time Argentinians used to keep their precious things in safe boxes inside the bank. Now since rich people live at the location where the bank is located, the safe boxes had an immense amount of wealth. The police started searching to find any evidence and they finally found 3 pieces of evidence: a battery, a tool to open the safe box and a toy gun. Yeah, a toy gun. Robbers didn't have actual guns, they used toy guns to rob the bank. And this made it one of the greatest robberies of the century. The mastermind behind this robbery turned out to be a man named Fernando Arroyo. 2 years back before the heist, one day he was talking to his friend Sebastian Garcia that what if a robber doesn't leave but disappear through a hole. And his friend Sebastian Garcia also got excited listening to this, but they were drunk, so didn't pay much attention. Sebastian had a family and was financially stable enough to sustain themselves. On another hand, Fernando Arroyo used to do sometimes illegal works to earn money. He also went through a breakup recently. He was always high on drugs, getting strange ideas. And he wanted to conduct a bank robbery. He started watching bank robbery videos, real and movies, started noticing what's wrong robbers did that they got caught and started learning what not to do and how to escape from police. He started making a master plan. After months, he had made a perfect plan, at least according to him. In 2004 he figured out the plan but conducting the whole plan alone was not possible, so he again went to his friend Sebastian. Sebastian had worked in bank, so he had some idea about bank's working system. Sebastian was unhappy but agreed cause Fernando promised that no one will hurt and they are going to use toy weapons. Now the place where the bank was situated had underground tunnels, so they planned to reach one of the tunnels close to the bank and then dig the ground to connect that tunnel with the bank. They now began the search for experienced thieves. And they found former members of the Argentinian bank robbers group. They even got an investor for this robbery who invested $100,000 into the operation. Why? So that Sebastian could get into the bank and find a way to crack those deposit boxes. He went to the bank pretending to keep his money in the deposit box, but actually, he was trying to find a way to crack it. And finally, he did. Now last part of the plan was to get to a safe zone after robbing. Now according to the plan they had to travel through the tunnel after robbing the bank, but the tunnel was half filled with water, they needed a boat. So Sebastian decided to build a wooden boat. He decided to make that boat in a way so that they can disassemble and then again reassemble once they reach the bank. And now it was time for the heist. On the day of the heist, 3 members of the group went into the bank as customers and bang, this is a raid, nobody move, everybody up against that wall, only GTA Vice City fans will understand this. One of the members went down to the basement and broke the wall behind which they had a tunnel which they dug where Sebastian was waiting. Now at the top 2 members faked a bank robbery while negotiating with police to cover the real bank robbery at the basement by Fernando and Sebastian. They even released some hostages to make the police believe that the negotiation is working. After eating pizza, both the members who were at the top went down to the basement where Fernando and Sebastian had already stole things that were worth $20 million. And now it was time to escape. They got outside of the bank through a hole and then covered the hole as if nothing had happened. Then they traveled in a boat through the tunnel since the tunnel was filled with water. They got into a vehicle and went home. When the police went inside the bank, robbers were at their homes, watching the whole scene on TV. But in the end, they did one mistake, and that was showing off. One of the members told everything about the heist to his girlfriend after robbing, thinking he's cool. And when they fought after some of the things stolen from the bank went missing, his girlfriend revealed everything and soon he was caught by the police. And soon other members too, and all were sent to jail. So a plan which was perfect as police almost had lost all hope of catching the robber. Robbers didn't leave much to be get caught but still got caught because of one fight between a girlfriend and a boyfriend.